Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O. I'm here for your amusement. I'm also here to apologize because I have been missing in action for a while. I swear to you, it's going to change. I think I swore to you like months ago, and then something happened. I still owe you an explanation. I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be the next video after this. But I want to get this video out to you because I have seen probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
In my whole life. Get the out of here.
Oh my god, you guys. So we got Eli Roth, right? Who I love, right? He did The Green Inferno. That movie was crazy. I love Hostel, starring my ex-boyfriend, Jay Hernandez. Okay. What does Eli Roth do? Thanksgiving. I'll probably talk about Thanksgiving this Thanksgiving because I got to think of my themes of what I'm going to do for the holidays coming up. But look, you guys, I knew this movie was going to be trash because I saw it. I remember I don't know what movie I went to go see it. I saw the trailer. And even the trailer just looked god awful. I was like, oh no, what's Eli Roth? What's wrong with him? Because didn't he do Borderlands? I didn't watch Borderlands. I didn't. Not that I wasn't gonna watch it because I didn't play the games. Because I like the Twisted Metal show on what is that, Prime? Anyway, whatever Twisted Metal is playing. I think I actually played that game like one time. Okay, I watched the series. But Borderlands came out and people were just trashing that movie like up and down. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't need to watch it. It looks like Kevin Hart playing Kevin Hart. Like, I don't know. So, this movie, you guys, I checked it out. And it probably is one of the worst movies I've probably ever seen. Trust me, I have seen some shit. Like, I love shitty movies. I watch a movie and be like, oh, that was just awful. But you know what? This was funny, that's funny, and you know, whatever, right? Y'all, when I tell you this movie, it's so bad. It's so bad. So look, first of all, watching the trailers in front of this movie, I don't know if this is real or not, but it seems that, so Eli Roth has this new production company or something called like the Horror Section, which is cute. Okay, I see what you did there. And he has this movie coming out, which apparently he's in association with Snoop Dogg, and it's called Don't Go in That House, Bitch. And it just shows us a series of just people walking up to this house, going in, and then the door closes, you hear them screaming, and shit's happening, right? And then, of course, at the end, it's this black guy who's like, don't go in the house, bitch. I don't know if that's one of those, like, fake trailers. Because remember, Thanksgiving was a fake trailer in front of, well, I don't know what movie it played in front of. But there was a whole bunch of trailers playing. They were all fake. But then, I guess, fans were like, you should make that movie. So he did, and that was Thanksgiving, right? So now I'm wondering, like, is this real? Like, what? Why wouldn't it be real? Because why else would you say Snoop Dogg is attached to it? It seems so random. So we need to be on the lookout for that movie. I'm pretty sure it's called Don't Go in the House, Bitch. Okay. I'm telling you guys this right now. Okay. This movie is getting no shots. Like, none. None. It's awful. It's not even like funny awful. I love me some funny awful, I'm telling you. This movie can go to hell because I don't want to watch it ever again. So, you know, I'm not doing all these. Well, no, it's not getting any of my shots. Oh, shit, that's right. I have to do all the shots. So, I'm not going to do all the shots at one time at the end. So, I'm going to be getting drunk while I do this review. So, fuck you, movie. No shots, okay? Oh no. Okay, look. I knew this movie was on some bullshit when it first started, right? Because, okay, so it opens up on a baseball game, right? Oh my gosh. And so we're introduced to, I guess, our main character is this little boy named Jared. Jared has a friend named Elliot. Okay, that's all you need to know. Who cares? So look, there's like this like chubby kid who like hits a ball, right? And Jared like misses it. He fucks up, right? And loses the game for everybody. So this little chubby boy is running around And then he gets to home and he scores and that team wins, right? And so his teammates try to pick him up. And then, the joke is he's fat. So they all fall down because they can't pick him up, right? But right away, you got so many kids looking at the camera and they're laughing because they know what's going to happen. They're like, oh, this is that part where we pick him up, we all fall down. It's going to be funny. I'm going to say this right now. I know some people they don't like talking about kid actors. Look, either you suck or you're good, okay? And all these kids suck in this movie. I hope they all go sit down and get an education because you are not working in the movie business ever again. Oh my God, you guys. Like, these kids are falling down, looking at the camera, they laughing. And I'm like, oh no. I can already see what's happening. Then this ice cream truck pulls up, right? So all the kids go, yay, ice cream. So they all run over. Each one of them is getting an ice cream cone, right? It's just ice cream cones throughout this whole movie. No one's paying for the ice cream, which I didn't get. I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to get, but I'm just like, ain't that weird that everyone's just getting ice cream from a man who just kind of pulled up and don't know how he's financially stable? There's even a parent up there too. Like, some bully is messing with her kid. She's like, what are you doing? Oh my God. And he says something. I don't remember what he says. Something smart ass. But even, there's a mom there. She didn't reach for her purse. It was like, oh, the ice cream is free. I don't know. You guys, look. Every kid gets an ice cream cone with a different color ice cream. And there's always sprinkles. I don't know why do we need sprinkles? When do you is the sprinkles poison? Is the sprinkles evil? They always show the long, I don't know what they're called, but the long version of sprinkles, right? But then there's times in the movies where you'll see kids with the little dot circle sprinkles, but you never see that on the ice cream. I never saw ice cream that had the circle sprinkles. They always had the long tubular sprinkles. Sprinkles. Okay, what else? Okay, on the side of the ice cream truck, there are pictures of the ice cream. It's these animals. There's a frog, there's a dragon, there's a goat, there's a something, there's a snake, right? And they all got these crazy names, and they make a point where this kid was like, oh my God, look at the names of the ice cream. Ain't that weird? But so you would think the kids would be walking around with these ice creams. Now, those it reminded me of the 80s and the 90s when I used to go to the ice cream truck, right? Because you had Ninja Turtle ice cream and Sonic the Hedgehog, and they always had a gumball in the middle, and the picture on the package looked one way. When you took out the ice cream, it looked all stupid. And you just laugh and laugh while you ate your ice cream, right? Okay. No one ever eats these animal ice creams. So I don't know what the point is. There's times where he actually does hand out a little baggie, and it looks like, oh, that might be the frog ice cream, or that might be the snake ice cream, right? Because it's something in a baggie. But you never see any of the kids eat the animal ice cream. So what was the point of that? Just to have this weird joke? It comes back. So anyway, y'all, there's a scene where these characters are walking towards the screen, the camera, right? So you see the kids in the background all eating their ice cream, right? And this is red flag number 2, which I knew this movie was gonna be some bullshit, because they got these kids who are just again bad actors. Who is directing this movie? Eli Roth? Did he not yell cut and tell these kids, look, if you're gonna be in this movie, you gotta fucking act, okay? Now I get that every ice cream is not real, okay? But they're literally, okay, here's my pen. I'm going to molest the pen right now, you guys. The pen is the ice cream, right? If you're licking your ice cream, you should be like, yeah, ice cream, right? Do you know what these kids are doing in this movie? They're doing this. Their tongue is not even touching the ice cream. And I'm like, oh no, I'm just doing this to the movie. Oh Jesus, I gotta sit through this. There were 4 people in my theater. I went to the early. It was the 8:30 show in the morning, and it was me, And there was a guy, I want to say he was 2 rows in front of me. And then all the way at the bottom, there was someone like in the handicap section. And then there was someone like in the, not the first row, but that first back row at the bottom. There's 4 people in the movie. I don't know what the 2 at the bottom were feeling, but me and this dude in the front, it wasn't us laughing at something that was funny. It was us going, oh my God. It's so stupid. And even at one point, he even turned around to me. He was like, what is this? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. So yes, you got these kids eating this stupid ice cream and they're not eating it. They're just all just standing around. They're supposed to be talking and being kids, but they're just standing around like, yeah, okay. So Jared has a sister named Lizzie. I like how movies always have like a nerdy boy and then they always have like a hot older sister. Is that what happens in life? So look, he has a hot older sister, right? Her name is Lizzie. Then I guess Lizzie used to date a guy named Chris. What the fuck kind of name is this? It's like Chrizz. What do you think? He's cool to be Chris? He's Chris. Chris. Stupid. Why? So he makes it this point to like talk about how he owns a lawnmower or like a landscaping company. He seems to be like he's 15 years old. So I don't understand how he has this like, because the sister is still in high school. So I'm guessing he's maybe like a couple years older than her or something. Like he better be, because I don't know what kind of message this is. So he has his truck, he has a landscaping thing. He makes the point to say like, oh, I got this lawnmower, I need oil, because they're in this hardware store talking to this man. And there's a joke where the guy used to have a bell, and if the kids threw pennies at the bell and hit it, they'll get a gumball. But I guess he got tired of that, so he removed the bell. But he put a sign up saying, the bell has been removed, do not throw pennies. So now the kids come in and just throw pennies at the sign. And he's just growing, the old man going, hey, I told you not to. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe the bell's gonna come back into the story, but it doesn't. So I don't understand that. Chris talks about his lawnmower. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he'll start killing kids with his lawnmower. No, the lawnmower is never in the movie. In fact, all you see later is like a pressure washer, like and his truck. That's all. I don't know why we need a backstory about his lawn service thing. Oh my God. Anyway, then later on we see Jared going over to his friend Elliot's house, but I guess Elliot's not home, or no, he's home, but he's sick or something stupid. And we're introduced to this bully named Sebastian. This kid, Sebastian, tries to steal Jared's bike, and you're like, okay, we're going to see a lot of the Sebastian kid later, right? Because, you know, he's being introduced as the bully. Now, Sebastian comes up once later in the end, and that's it. I'm just telling you all this now. So, because I have to sit here and watch this, and you're introducing me to people, and then we don't care about the people. I don't understand. Eli Roth cast himself as Jared's father. So it's the father, the mom, Jared, and Lizzie, right? And then we have this weird ass scene where they're sitting at the dinner table eating, and I swear there was no script for this. Like, the dialogue is just awful in this movie. Eli Roth is not funny. He's an awful actor, so I just need him to just stay behind the camera. I don't ever remember him acting. I think he's in like Inglourious Basterds or something, but like, now I know why he's only in Inglourious Basterds. Y'all, like, there's this thing about like the juniors. Lizzie's a junior. She's like, it's a tradition where the juniors skip school like the last day and hang out with the seniors and something. And then she was talking about going to the beach. And then they're like, well, you have to stay and watch your brother. And she's like, well, I'm not going to take you to the beach with me. Or I guess she threatened to like take him to the beach. And he's like, no, the beach, you mean where all these hot girls are at or something? And then Eli Roth is like, well, if he doesn't go, I want to go. Something along those lines. And I was like, is he a child molest? Is he the ice cream man? What was that line where the father wants to go hang out with I don't know. And then they made this like weird Mitt Romney. Is that his name? The guy who ran against Obama? Mitch, somebody, that old man, right? The one who ran against Obama back in something. They made a joke about him, and I don't understand why. Why are we talking about this man? Look, I need a shot for that because I'm more confused now thinking about it. You guys. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, look. That was stupid. By the way, Eli Roth's acting, atrocious. Okay. Atrocious is the word of the day. All right, so this is where the movie, I guess, kind of picks up. So in the middle of the night, Ice Cream Man, who, by the way, doesn't talk. He doesn't have any dialogue in this movie, right? He just like this. He looks like this gay dude with an awful mustache, just creeping along the neighborhood. So this man is driving around the neighborhood at night, and now the movie kind of like rips off Weapons, kind of, and Children of the Corn, because I guess like the song is playing or something, and I guess it just like snaps the children into this weird something, and then they just start killing people, right? Which I don't understand the rules of the ice cream, because they ate the ice cream earlier in the day. It's nighttime, and now they're like zombified. But then later in the movie, these kids are giving ice cream to other kids, and then they just become zombies or whatever. So they don't need the music being played. Oh, and one other thing before I forget, you can even see it in the trailer. His ice cream truck has this mascot thing on top, right? It's an ice cream cone. It has a happy face and legs and arms. And as a kid, I think it was Jared, he looked up at it. Every time he moved, the ice cream head would move with him. And so you're like, oh, is the ice cream truck like evil? Like, is there something like, I don't know, sinister with the ice cream logo thing? No, that never comes back up. So I don't understand why the mascot head has to move. We never even see this mascot ever again, or do we? And maybe in a cartoon. I don't know, but what's the point of the head moving, looking around at the kids? Yes, anyway, here comes the awful part, you guys. Now we get the killings, right? These kids are killing their parents in the worst, awful way. Like, we got a girl with like a hacksaw, and she goes to kill her mom, and the mom's just laying in bed. Okay, I get it. She probably just woke up or whatever, so she's probably out of it. But like, they try a lot with the practical effects. Some work, some didn't. You can see like the CGI happening, and the rubber heads and all this stuff. There's one where like, I guess the guy has to be a dentist, and his kids come in and they killed him with like his dental drill and stuff like in his head and whatever, right? But like, my question is, does this dentist work from home? Because why is there like a drill at his house? Does he take cavities out while you're like in his bedroom or something? Like, is it plugged in? This seems like a lot of work for this kid to just come in and use this thing so that you know that it's the dentist. There's a kid who's like, I dropped my necklace or bracelet or something in the garbage disposal. And the dad's like, okay, I'll go get it. No, you say, what the fuck are you doing around the garbage disposal at like 2 o'clock in the morning, little girl? Get your ass sleep. Okay, we'll do it in the morning. That is what he should have said. But he's like, okay, I'm going to stick my hand in this garbage disposal in the middle of the night. He didn't turn the lights on or nothing, right? But here's my question though. Like, the sink is here, but the kids turn the garbage disposal on here. Let's like, the sink is here. There's over here is a refrigerator, and I guess there's a wall, and the little kid goes flick of the switch, and the garbage disposal like kills this man. Well, no, it doesn't. It, you know, rips off his fingers or whatever. And then they throw gasoline on him. Well, he just stands there like a dummy. And they light this man on fire. Well, you know, that's what you get. Because you should have slapped your daughter and sent her to sleep. Well, slap her after she cut off your fingers. Don't slap her before. Okay. The worst is like Jared's friend Elliot. His mom like hears this noise. She thinks it's like a burglar or something. So she comes to the garage with a gun. She lifts the door. She sees Elliot killing the father. And she's like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? And so now he's walking over to her with something. He grabbed a garden tool or something. I don't know what he has. But he's walking towards her. She's like, oh no, just come to mommy and give me a hug. Fuck that. Shoot his ass. And then you tell the cops in self-defense. Like, the kid killed the father. He was coming after me. I shot his fucking ass. But no, he walks like 15 feet over to her while she has a gun and then kills her. Then we have to watch how she falls, or, you know, the gun falls out of her hand. Well, that's what you get. These adults are so fucking stupid. Look, I told you guys a story, right? Like, back when I did my review of Night of the Living Dead, my mom thought she was funny as I was watching the zombie movie. I must be like 7 years old or something, right? And she's coming to me going, Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. Now, the lesson I learned in this movie is that if someone looks like a zombie that's walking towards you, it's a trick. Like, don't be like, oh, my baby, because they're going to bite your neck, right? And so my mom wouldn't stop. I was like, Mom, stop. Like, I literally was like, stop. And she wouldn't, right? Y'all, when I told her I slapped the shit out of this lady, and then I cried afterwards and I felt bad because I slapped my mom. But I was like, you are not biting me. You're not turning into a zombie, because I just saw what happens in the movie when a zombie eats you. Fuck that. So, oh my God. Okay, because I have a whole bunch of questions. So another big question I have is like, these kids ate ice cream in the afternoon. It's now nighttime. And a lot of them still have the ice cream like around their, it's not like they have ice cream at home. So you mean to tell me these kids just walking around with their mouth just covered with ice cream and all these parents were fine with this? No one was like, are you not gonna eat your face? Or eat your face. Are you not gonna clean your face? Right? Because when the kids had to come eat dinner, like we saw Jared's family eat the dinner. Oh, and by the way, Jared was at the park with all the kids. The only reason he didn't eat the ice cream, I forgot to tell you this, is because he's lactose intolerant. He was going to eat the ice cream. I think his sister was like, you want to be throwing up all day and all night or whatever? Like, don't eat that. He's like, okay. So that's why Jared did not eat the ice cream. Now, we saw that Jared was at dinner with his family, right? Which means all the other kids should have had dinner with their parents or something, right? So all of them are in bed. They get up and they kill their parents. But so their mouths are just covered with ice cream and sprinkles. Not just ice cream colors, right? There's all these sprinkles just like now stuck, like crustified on their face. And all the parents, you mean to tell me not one parent was like, wash that shit off your face? This is why I don't get the rules of this movie. Like, what is happening? What is happening in this town? So now it's the next day. Jared goes to school. And I don't understand this school. Like, what grade is Jared in? I can't tell if this is a high school or a middle school, because I guess Lizzie goes to the same school, right? Does she? Because, you know, a lot of people ditched. Oh, wait. I don't know. I asked this question because Jared has this one classmate who's literally in the front row of his class, who does not look like he fits in the desk. He's this really tall boy. And he looks like he's like 2 grades older than everyone. And all the kids is like, they're just mismatched in their classrooms. So I don't understand. So not even half. There's not a lot of kids in these classrooms. So I don't understand. Okay, you know what? Let me stop asking questions. So look. Some kids show up, still got the ice cream on their face because I guess they killed their parents. So now they're just doing whatever, right? And so they all show up to school. Not all of them, just a handful in this class, a handful in that classroom. You got teachers who are just like, what is today, like ditch day? Is today like looked like a zombie day. Not once did I see a teacher like, okay, now open your textbooks. Let's learn. They just all just sitting there just like, I don't know, it's weird. Okay, we're introduced to 2 new kid characters who seem to know each other, but do they? Like, there's this girl named Amy, I think. Now, she didn't eat the ice cream because apparently she's 12 years old, and when you're 12 years old, you're bulimic. Like, that's literally a line in the movie. Someone was like, you gotta throw up the ice cream. I forgot what they said. Something about they're telling her to throw it up. She's like, well, of course I know how to throw up. I'm 12 years old. Okay. Okay, so that's why she doesn't get zombified. Because I guess she ate a little of the ice cream and threw it up. Now, there's this black boy named Tommy. Tommy's this like cool, like, I'm gonna say and do whatever I want kind of kid. Like, whatever. He kind of just walks in like he owns the room. And there is no explanation given to why Tommy did not eat the ice cream. Was he out of town? Was he at home? They don't say why Tommy didn't eat the ice cream. So, of course, he goes to his classroom. He's sitting there. He's being funny and talking back to the teacher. And, ain't that funny? And all the other kids are just sitting there, just zoning out. So now, of course, the ice cream man shows up. And then once that happens, all the kids snap into, like, kill mode, right? So now we have this whole sequence of them just running around killing all the adults, the teachers, the principal. They don't kill the other children. They want to just give the children ice cream. So they'll corner you and they'll just stick an ice cream cone in your mouth. And like I said, they turn automatically. So I'm guessing like maybe the music is what's like snapping them, because I think the ice cream truck is outside, but you don't hear the music playing, I don't think. So I just don't understand why there's a delay in here and there. And then later we find that Jared calls his sister for help after, like, you know, being murdered with ice cream. And I guess the sister had ice cream. So I guess she missed dish day because she's still in bed. But now she's paralyzed. She can't move her arms and stuff. So they're telling her like, oh, well, in order to get rid of it, you have to go throw up. So she has to like contort and do this weird movement shit from her bedroom to the bathroom and like stick an electric toothbrush in her mouth so she could throw up. But like, I don't understand science, because if you eat ice cream, how long do you have before you could throw it up? Because I think that little Amy girl threw up right after she ate the ice cream. But this is the next morning. Ice cream is liquid. Like, is it just sitting in her stomach? Can you throw it up the next morning? I mean, I guess you... No, I don't know. Alright, anyway, so back to the school, right? So this part was just frustrating the shit out of me. So, you got this kid who falls from a building. There's this black, like... Is she the nurse? I don't know, there's a black lady there. She goes, oh my god! And so then the kids kill her with a brick. And, again, the practicals there, like, this is there and it's bad. There's this principal who comes out. The ice cream man gives this one kid a scoop. That's like a regular just looking scooper. But then, I don't know what he does. He hits a button or something, but this blade comes out on the other end. The fuck? And so they take it and they cut the guy's head off, which just seems like it was so easy to do. They cut the guy's head off and the brain is exposed, and then they take the ice cream scooper, they scoop the jello of his brain, because you can totally see what it's made out of. And then they stick it in his mouth and feed him his own brain, and that's how he dies. And then another person dies and something. Then someone at one point does call the cops. And so this one police officer comes out, right? This black guy. And he's over here like, what are you kids doing? And I don't remember how they even killed him. Actually, they don't even kill him. They hurt him. Because later on, he gets attached to like a van or a truck or something and drives off. And it is the worst. They could get a stunt man to do that. I feel like all that was fake. Okay, first of all, it already looks bad that you're like dragging this black man behind a Jeep. Like, what year is this? Racist town. But that, oh my God. What else? Oh my God. Okay, what was just driving me absolutely crazy is that you get these little weird suspenseful like scenes where Jared, Tommy, and Amy are running around and they would get trapped in a room. And you're like, oh no, how are they gonna get out of it? And then always something distracts the kids and they run off and they just like forget they were gonna kill these kids. Well, kill them with ice cream. But like there's this one part where they get into this weird space where there's a window, door, right? There's zombie kids at this door trying to get in. There's zombie kids in this window trying to get in. There's zombie kids in this window trying to get in. But then you have zombie kids over here trying to give ice cream to another kid. But they know the kids are inside this space. So then after they infect this kid, these kids just run off. And now the kids inside are like, okay, we can escape now. Why? Because if your whole goal, kids, is to infect people, why don't you say, okay, we just infected this kid. There's 3 right here that everyone else is trying to get to. Like, shit like that was driving me crazy. It's like they're always getting trapped somewhere, but then these kids will go, we're going to go over there now. Which just gives them opportunity to just run off. Because kids are dumb. Is it maybe because kids are stupid? Oh, wait. Back up. So, back to when the black cop shows up, right? When the black cop shows up, I just remember the kids surround him and start singing this Ice Cream Man song. But what's so funny is like, you see the kids, I don't know the words, but they're singing the song. But there's this one like black girl to the right side of the screen. And I don't think she learned the words to that song because everyone else, their mouths are kind of matching what's happening. Oh my God, that leads me to another thing. So all the kids are singing this song and you look and you're like, okay, they're saying the words as the camera is recording, but there's this one black girl, she doesn't know the words to the song. Okay, but speaking of, there's a fireman that shows up. The fireman comes, he's like, oh my God, kids, like what's happening? And then he says something. I don't remember what he was saying. It was something along the lines of like, stay away from the ledge. Oh yeah, because there's kids on the roof. And I think he was like, stay away from the ledge, stay away from the ledge. But for some reason, I was kind of looking at his mouth and his mouth was not matching the dialogue. So I'm like, wait, did they film the scene and then he had to like dub in his lines? Okay, so we got a scene with Chris sitting on a park bench and Lizzie's calling him and he does this weird awkward thing where I guess he's playing hard to get. Like he's like, oh, she's calling me, but I'm not going to answer right away. I'm gonna let her keep calling, right? So he tries to put the phone down on the bench, but I don't know if he like didn't know if he was gonna like drop the phone. Like he didn't want to look down because I guess maybe his direction was to like, keep looking forward, look cool. Because he's also smoking a cigarette. He's smoking a cigarette in the worst way. I don't even smoke and I know how to hold a cigarette. Like he's smoking it so weird. But the thing about the phone is he put the phone on the bench, right? But then it's like, I don't know, he was like scared that it was gonna fall through the the holes of the bench or something. So it makes it look so awkward because she calls again and then that's when he picks up. He's like, oh, look who's calling back or whatever, right? But behind him, these kids are like gathering. And then at one point they decide to attack and chase him, right? Now, I try to stay away. I keep hearing this movie's bad. I've tried to stay away from like all the feedback and reviews and whatever, right? So I got to see it for myself. But the one thing I guess I couldn't get away from was the fact that people are mad because he used AI. And so, I mean, people are going to use CGI. I get that. I guess there were some things AI used. I guess the cartoon that didn't make any sense. We didn't need that. Like, I don't know. But there is this one part where these kids are on a jungle gym and they have to jump off to now run after a Chris. And it is so bad. It is the most fakest thing. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. That was bad. So then we go back to the kids. I guess Jared told Lizzie that he was going to go to the church. He's like, we're going to go to the church, like meet us there or whatever, right? Lizzie at one point gets trapped I think she goes to her friend's house and she gets trapped on the roof. Like the kids are in the house following her. Her friend ate the ice cream too, but her friend is like still asleep. Because again, I guess the ice cream just paralyzes teenagers, I guess. Which leads me to another question. So the ice cream man, his ice cream possesses the kids, but then teenagers fall into a coma or like they're paralyzed. So is he a child molester? But hold that thought. So Lizzie gets onto like, the roof and then she tells Chris to come get her. So I guess Chris outran or drove away these kids. They don't really show it. They just show him being chased. But he shows up in his truck. So I guess he's fine. Nothing happened. He got time to get in, start the truck and drive, right? And so, again, we never see this lawnmower that he talked about. I thought for sure he's gonna run around and like kill people with the lawnmower. No, the only thing we see is he had like a pressure washer in the back of his truck, right? So there are these 4 kids, 4 or 5, at the bottom of Lizzie, and one has like a shovel, one has like a pitchfork and a rake. And so he goes, okay, I'll save you, right? Now we never see him like reverse and like run over the kids or whatever, right? The next scene, somehow he's under Lizzie. He got out of his truck, got into the flatbed of the truck. And again, there's 4 or 5 kids that were there, but now they only show what happens to like 2. Like he takes his pressure washer and he blasts one, and then he does something with the other one. I don't know what he does. But I'm thinking like, where were the other kids? And so Lizzie had time to jump down to the flatbed and then get into the truck or whatever, right? Like the editing of that scene, oh my God. Because where did the kids go? How did you get into the back of the truck? You had to get attacked by 5 kids with shovels and pitchforks and rakes. So, where'd the kids go? This movie, guys. So the kids are running, and now you know this is supposed to be the funny part where like all the adults that got killed, their heads have been used as basketballs, their intestines are being used as like jump ropes. You're supposed to be like, haha, oh my God. Like, there's this one guy on a Segway who says something like, see ya, suckers, or see you later, suckers, or something like that, right? And he gets his head cut off, but I guess the joke is like, his body is still just up on the Segway. Is that what that thing called, a Segway? And he just keeps moving, right? But he has no head. Ha 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 ha. So, look, you guys. Look, Sebastian shows up, right? Remember there was a bully in the movie named Sebastian. Well, I don't know what the fuck Sebastian was, but he didn't eat the ice cream either. Why? Don't know. He comes and he saves Amy's ass from these kids. She almost got kidnapped. And given ice cream, but he came and saved the day because I think he had like a baseball bat or something. And so you're like, oh, there's Sebastian. And so they get to the edge of the playground and they're all hopping a fence. Well, Sebastian, because he's a bully, has a chain on his pants. And so the chain gets caught on the fence. But the more you look at it, the chain is not caught on the fence. He could have just lifted it up and went over the fence. But he has to have that whole like, oh no, you guys, I'm caught. And me and the guy in the theater were like, no, he's not. And the guy was like, right. Just go over the fence. So, unfortunately, Sebastian falls victim of the ice cream. And then we never see him again. Like, I don't remember seeing a zombie Sebastian running around. So, I don't understand why Sebastian was even introduced to us. He's fucking dead. So, oh my God. So they get to this church. All right, look, hold on. They get to the church. They run into the basement. They lock themselves down in some room or whatever. And they're like, oh, look, there's buckets of ice cream here. This must be the ice cream that the ice cream man is using, right? Oh my God. So the ice cream man is like coming, and they're like, oh, we're gonna hide. Well, let's go into the freezer. So they go into the freezer, and I was like, does it open from the inside? But they go in there to hide, and then they find a man. He's the pastor, right? He's all the way in the back, like behind boxes. So I don't know if he was in there to hide, and now he's like, fuck, I'm in the freezer. Or did someone put him there? But at one point, he's all like frozen, right? You see the ice on his face and whatever. But then he wakes up, and I'm like, oh Lord, he's gonna pop up. Because they're talking about like finding a switch to turn off the air or whatever. And of course, the switch is right next to this guy's head. So you're like, is there gonna be a jump scare? So of course, they try to do a jump scare. And so the guy's alive. They're like, oh my God, pastor, right? So the guy's like, oh my God, this is my fault. And they're like, what do you mean? And now he sits down to tell them a story. This is the stupidest setup. But then remember, the guy was supposed to be frozen, right? But now all of a sudden, he thawed out. But how are you thawing out in the freezer? Among all the ice cream. Which doesn't make any sense, because why would the ice cream be in the church? So I'm like, something doesn't add up here. Why would the ice cream be at the bottom, like in the basement of a church when... Anyway, so the pastor's like, this is all my fault. And the kids are like, do tell. No one's concerned that they're in a freezer, like freezing. They're all just like, tell us, pastor, what happened? You guys, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. Okay, hold on. Oh, yes. I need a shot for this story. How many taking to get rid? Okay. So, a long time ago, in that town, this foreign ice cream man shows up, right? They have to make it a point to tell us that he's foreign, even though we don't hear his accent. They're like, this man showed up, he's from some country, and he wanted to sell ice cream. And so, apparently, the church priests were molesting kids, right? They don't necessarily say it, but they show they were like, this scandal went down, like this horrible thing was happening. And you see this one priest like holding the hand of a child, leading him into a room. So you're like, So I guess when the kids were like saying what was happening, I guess people didn't want the church to get in trouble. Something stupid ass like that. So they're like, well, let's blame someone else. Let's not put the blame on the church. Let's blame someone else. Well, there is this foreigner who's selling ice cream. We just blame him. So there was this lawyer who somehow convinced all the kids in the town to point the blame at the ice cream man. So they do. So they all go to court, and they're blaming this man for molesting them, right? Now, how the hell do you get a whole bunch of kids to switch their story to say that the ice cream man molested them? Because when they go to church the next Sunday and then the priests go back to molesting them, they never say the molestation stopped or anything like that. They were just like, he got blamed for it. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the ice cream man was wearing his ice cream outfit in court. Who does that? Oh my God. I think he was. He wasn't in a suit. Unless it was a white suit with a red tie. But no, I'm pretty sure he was in his ice cream man's out. So he goes to prison. And then one day, a man shows up to visit him, and it ends up being a necromancer. Oh my God. So the necromancer's like, oh, they did you dirty. Okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch places? Oh, and I got lost at this part. You're gonna die, and later on, I'm gonna bring you back, and then you'll have your revenge, right? So the guy approves with it, and Ice Cream Man dies, right? I think he's wearing the ice cream suit in jail too. Like, What year is this? Didn't people have like those stripe, like, you know, those stripe outfits to indicate you're a prisoner? They did something like that. So look, I guess what's happening is he's waiting for the children of the children who blamed him for molesting them, right? But then that opens more doors to more questions, because wouldn't these parents be scarred for life? Like, wouldn't they? Again, if you blame the ice cream man for molesting you and then you go to church, does the molestation continue? So wouldn't these parents all be just scorned? Or someone say something in the movie like, yeah, remember that time? Like, oh, yeah, I'm still fucked up about that. Something like, they don't have to say that. They could just be like, they never show like a PTA. They never show a group of parents talking for you to kind of hear something like that, for someone to be like, yeah, I mean, I'm still messed up. Or so the gag is, you guys. Oh, you know, I don't want to tell you the gag yet. Do I? No, I won't tell you yet. So look, so what happened after that? So he tells the kids like, okay, now this is what you got to do. You got to find an unmarked grave by like a sap tree or something by the river, and dig up the grave, decapitate the necromancer's head, and then don't look at it, but point it towards the ice cream man like Medusa. That is a lot of fucking steps. Who had time to do all that? So the kids are like, okay. So the ice cream man comes and distracts like the kids. He's like, go hide, kids. I'll make it a distraction so you can run out of here. Because of course they have to get out of the freezer, right? Like, he's like, this is all my fault, because I guess maybe he was one of the preachers that said like, shh, not us, him. So that we can keep diddling the kids, right? So, I'm so confused. Well, I get it now, but I'm sitting in the theater like, what the fuck is happening? So, all the kids, like, of course, meet up with Lizzie and Chris. Fucking stupid ass name. They get to the cemetery. The ice cream man is there, and there's like hands across America with the kids, because all the kids are in line blocking the way. But they go and they plow through. They just ran over these kids. All you see is kids like get flown into trees, and then they get up. I don't think that's how it works. So there's a line where someone goes, well, before that, they do stop off at this, they're driving. I think they go to the hardware store, right? I guess that's the hardware store comes back into play. They kill the old man, and then Chris is like, oh yeah, that's the man that had the bell. Don't know why we needed the bell as a storyline. Nothing ever happens again with the bell. So Tommy goes in and gets all the shovels and things that they need, right? So they go to the cemetery. Shit's happening. They get attacked by the kids. Someone makes a comment along the lines of like, well, we got to find an unmarked grave. And I think it was Tommy who said like, well, yeah, how are we gonna do that? There's like thousands of them. I was like, wait, what? There's thousands of unmarked graves in this town. I don't remember what the town's called, but it's a little ass fucking town. Why would there be 1,000? I don't think that was right. I don't think he was supposed to say that. I don't. Because obviously it's not. There's only one unmarked grave. And he goes, they're like, oh, we have to find a sap tree by the river or something. And the kid's like, well, I see one right there, right? It takes them forever to get to it. But I never see a river. Did anyone else see a river? And then there's a whole bunch of graves. And there's one unmarked grave that looks like it's freshly dug up. So Tommy is supposed to be guarding, like, you know, standing guard. Like, while they do that over here, he's standing here with like a shovel to confront like the ice cream man or whatever. And then somehow, like, is it Elliot comes over and does something? Like, they kill Amy. Amy gets like taken again because her ass keeps trying to get, not trying to, but She keeps getting kidnapped. Like the kids keep trying to take her, and they finally do. So now Amy gets turned, right? So, but my thing is like the person who got Amy, or I think, or was it Elliot? I don't know. But the point is, Tommy is supposed to be standing there, you know, standing guard. But this kid comes over to them and starts messing with them. And I was like, what the fuck is Tommy doing? He's still just standing there. He's not even doing his job. Oh. One more thing too about how to kill the ice cream man, right? The pastor said that the necromancer is going to be wearing a robe. You're not going to see his face. But he's also going to be protected by a siren. The siren is going to like call out and give warning to the necromancer that you're there, right? Yeah, I forgot about that part. So, oh my god. So somehow the kids dig up this grave because, you know, it only takes about 5 minutes to dig up a grave 6 feet under. But they do. And because they got all the time in the world. So they dig up this grave. And there's 2 bodies in the coffin, right? There's a black robe and a red robe. The red robe, I guess, is the siren because it starts screaming. And Jared cuts off the necromancer's head, right? Now, here's the thing. On the robe of the 2 figures in the box is like a frog, a lizard, a snake. And Jared starts putting two together like, those are the symbols that are on the side of the ice cream truck. Okay. That was the joke. That was the reference. At the beginning, they're like, why are these animal ice cream things have weird names? But then later we see the animals are on the robe. Okay. That happened. So he cuts off the head and he points it to the ice cream man. And that's that shot where you see the ice cream man and the kids go, and I was like, that's so gay. Like, why is he, something's not right. Cause why would he make that face? Gayness. Okay, look, you guys, here's the gag. Lizzie figures it out. It turns out the siren who's supposed to call out to the necromancer, like, ooh, someone's here, like, ah, right? Ends up being Jared and Lizzie's mom, which means the head that Jared has is not the necromancer, it's his dad. So when Jared looks at it, because, you know, remember, he's not supposed to look at it. That's what he was told. He's supposed to hold it up and point it to the ice cream man. He looks at it, and it's a head of Eli Roth, who apparently got killed off screen. Okay. But what had happened was his parents are lawyers, right? I didn't mention this earlier. The lawyer at the trial of the ice cream man ended up being Jared's grandfather, right? And then, of course, like, Eli Roth's character became a lawyer, and they're telling the kids that you should become lawyers or whatever, right? So I guess it turns out that the priest that told the kids the story was the actual necromancer, which is how I guess he knew the story or what happened, or I don't know, whatever. But so he was in cahoots with Ice Cream Man. So since they couldn't kill the Ice Cream Man, he just smiles and goes, all right, well, can't kill me. Or anyway, what happens is, look, the movie turns into like the Pied Piper of Hamlin. Is it Hamlin? Because the movie ends with him driving away in his ice cream truck and a whole bunch of kids are following behind him. So I guess he's leading the kids out of town. And now I guess he got his revenge. So we had to do this whole like fake murder plot for them to not be a murder. He just wasted their time. And he goes, oh, I tricked you. I'm going to leave now. And Jared and Lizzie just still sitting there like, I guess we're orphans now? And the movie ends. I kid you not. And y'all, I looked up to see if there was an after credit because I don't know why. I wanted to get out of there so fast, but I was just like, is there an after credit scene? And the damn internet told me yes, there is. I was like, God damn it. And so I sat there and waited. And do you know what the goddamn after credit scene is? The guy earlier that was on the Segway that got decapitated, apparently he's still running around the town. Don't know how he didn't run into a building yet and fall over. His body's not controlling the, you know what I'm saying? He should have hit a curb and fell over a long time ago. But no, the joke is he's on the same road leading out of town and he's still on the Segway with his headless body on top. And it's still just riding into the sunset. Motherfucker, this movie. Y'all, that was the movie The Ice Cream Man. My head hurts so much remembering what the fuck happened in this movie. So look, the word fuck in this movie is out of control. I feel like someone was like, we should let the kids swear and say something. What can we have them say? And someone was like, well, there's the word fuck. And they were like, yes, let's write that in our half-ass script. Because the kids are walking around like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, fuck. And the way they even say it, it doesn't even sound natural. It's like they're scared to say it, but they say it. You know, it's weird. Like, y'all, if y'all want to see a good kid movie, go watch Cooties. Okay, Cooties is so much better than this shit. Or I still recommend Little Monsters with Lupita Nyong'o and Josh Gad. Like, that movie is cute. Also, the kids in that movie are younger than the kids in this movie, and they do a better ass job than any of the kids in this movie. Like, it's awful. So, y'all, that's the movie Ice Cream Man. I don't know what Eli Roth was thinking putting this shit in theaters. This looks like it could have been something. If there ever was a movie to put on streaming, way in the back of the horror section, it should have been this movie. No, sir. So, like I said, this movie is getting none of my shots. So, cheers to this last shot. I can see why people were walking out. I think I read somewhere that people were walking out of this movie. I don't think I ever walked out. Have I walked out on a movie yet? I've wanted to, and I'm like, I made it this far. might as well see how it ends. The movie doesn't. There better not be a sequel. There better not be a sequel to this movie. I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh my god, you guys. So, let me know if you've seen this piece of trash. I think that's it. I think I covered everything, but yeah. No. All right, y'all. Let me know in the comments again if you have seen this movie. Like, what did you think? What are the other parts that, like? Oh, I think Chris got killed by Elliot. Is that what happened? I think a kid took Amy, turned her, and then I think Elliot killed Chris. I mean, he needed to die anyway. I mean. Oh my god! This is gonna take Eli Roth's career. If it hasn't been, I thought he was like under controversy for something else recently, right? I don't know. I need to end this video, you guys. So look, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will check you all out in the next episode. So until then, TTFN.